This is the Microtubes X 900, and essentially what we have here is an extremely loud, aggressive, powerful, and feature-packed 900-watt amp from Darkglass Electronics that features their coveted X engine distortion. So back in 2018, which now seems like a lifetime ago, Darkglass Electronics came out with the X7 crossband distortion pedal. This was an extremely loud, aggressive, and just awesome preamp pedal that had a really cool crossband distortion circuit on it. You were able to saturate your highs while compressing your lows and keeping everything at an even pace, so you can have a great sounding distortion without losing any low end. Then after that, they came out with the X as well as the X Ultra, and this leads us to this, the Microtubes X 900, now officially in amp form. And not only do you get the extremely powerful, aggressive, and raw tones from the X series of distortion, but now you get it in a 900-watt amp form with an insane amount of extra features too. But before we dig into the Microtubes X 900, and for the sake of transparency, this video is sponsored by Darkglass Electronics. I'm a huge fanboy of them, as well as one of their endorsed artists as well. But of course, as with any sponsored video on my channel, it has absolutely nothing to do with what I say, how I feel, or any of the sounds in this video either. So yeah, let's just jump right into it. Starting with the front panel of the amp, you can see, like with any other Darkglass product, it is completely sleek and looks so good. And starting with the controls, I just want to talk about the clean channel and the controls you can use with that. First up, on the left side, you have your input jack as well. Below that, you have the passive and active switch. And then skipping past the button to engage the distortion channel, you can see that you have a clean compressor that you can turn on and off, as well as adjust the volume to. Then for the 6-band EQ, you have the low shelf, 250 Hz, 500 Hz, 1.5 kilohertz, 3 kilohertz, as well as the high shelf. And then finally, you have the master volume switch and the mute button on the right side. Then when you engage the distortion channel or the X engine, you have a plethora of different options to be able to really sculpt and adjust your tone as you see fit. Starting at the top, you have your high pass filter, then next to that you have your drive, a mix knob which actually doesn't work like a regular blend between your distorted side and your clean side. This one controls the blend between your compressed lows and distorted highs of that distortion engine. Then below that you have your low pass filter, a compression knob to adjust that low end compression, and then finally level too. Then when you flip the amp over and see the rear panel, you're able to see the rest of the awesome features that are available on this amp, including multiple speaker outs, your effects loop, pre-DI as well as post-DI, then aux-in, headphone out with volume adjusted too, 3 cab sim IRs that you can adjust using Darkglass's desktop app, and then finally MIDI control and a foot switch input too. So for the pros on the Microtubes X 900, you have features galore all over this amp, including MIDI, the 3 onboard cab sims, aux input, headphone out, effects loops, and multiple outputs too. There are just so many options and ways to adjust different things on this amp and get some absolutely killer tones too. As for the cons, I really wish there were more low gain options. While you are able to get that very full, punchy, and very sharp, aggressive tone, I wish there were more options where you could just lay it back and have a more chill but distorted tone too. And I also wish that the mix knob would be able to blend between the clean tone and the distorted tone like we're used to with different Darkglass amps. With this particular mix control, you're only able to blend between the compressed lows and saturated highs of the distortion channel. But I'm sure down the line with software updates, there will be some way for us to be able to change that. But overall, with the Microtubes X 900 amp, this is something that I feel a whole lot of people have been waiting for a long time. That coveted X-band crossband distortion where you're able to really adjust the low pass filter and the high pass filter to your exact liking, now in a feature-packed 900 watt amp. But of course, let me know what you guys think about this amp and what other amps I should really be checking out. Thank y'all so much for watching, as always, for watching, commenting, subscribing, follow me on social media, all that weird and crazy stuff. I truly do appreciate it, y'all. And of course, a humongous thank you to my Patreon supporters right over here. Mwah, mwah. If you want to be like one of these gorgeous people right here and help support the channel every single month, then go ahead and head on over to my Patreon page. But y'all, thank you so much for watching, as always. And of course, no matter where in the world you are, stay safe, practice that bass, make sure you're eating your fruits and veggies, and I'll see y'all next time.